Lawrence working from the gun. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
11. Take right open.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
It's an excellent job of getting away from trouble, Kate. You know, it's about protecting yourself at times as a quarterback. Get the gain, get the first down, and get out of bounds. Not exactly the way you draw it up, but no one's going to come away disappointed by that end result. Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
11 Agate. Hey, I'm gun.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Rip, 23. Sink right.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on fourth down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to fight this down to the 2.
Let's go.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Go, let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's caught. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Lawrence now off the play action. Headed out right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1.
11. Take right open.
Now it's Lawrence. Gets out of trouble. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. That is Marcus Jones. And the Patriots are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Going play action, May. Stays in the pocket. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Patriots punt team coming out to the former sixth-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
30 left. Go, go. Go, go.
Lawrence to throw it. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Offense up to the line fast.
Great job.
First down throw, Lawrence. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With a 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get the game's first points here in the second. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. May looking to throw. He's got it, room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. All right, here we go. Second down. On play action, here's May. This one finds Polk. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Hey, kill!
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20.
Go, let's go! 13, Luke!
Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose.
Hey,
Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Take right open. 30 left. Silver.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Hits his man on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Jaguars driving ahead. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Quick hitter complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Here's Gibson on second down. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's May. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Fielded at the 14. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On red. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Get to
He's a dummy.
hoses as well as the water pump and thermostat.
He's a dummy testing my stick.
The sway bar down in place, so we're going to pretty much move that out of the way as well.
Thank you,
So all we did
Moski.
right there is lower the sway bar slightly.
Yeah.
Better access to get to the bolts that hold the thermostat and the water pump. Next up, we're going to have to disconnect the thermostat to get to all the water pump bolts. So that's just a matter of disconnecting what's left over and working from there. So before we do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the electrical connector for the thermostat, which is right here, and the electrical connector for the water pump. I just want to get these up out of the way before I disconnect the other hoses. Not really sure how much more coolant is in the system. Can't be that much more, knock on wood, but I'd rather not get these connectors completely soaked in coolant. They should be watertight, but I'd rather not take the chance, so get them out of the way while we can.
It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this
Come on, get up there.
It's great.
So we have this hose clamp here, which comes from, it's basically this crossover hose from the thermostat to the water pump. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Go ahead and pop the hose off the back.
I thought Gav didn't do that. Look like you
Right
sorry.
here to hold the thermostat to the water pump. We're going to go ahead and remove those. Those are 10 millimeters.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3.
There's a little bit of coolant left in this thermostat hose, so it's going to tilt down, let it drip out. Oh, yeah. So what I do is the thermostat assembly. You see, the 2 mounting points for the thermostat to the water pump. Basically, it is oriented somewhat like this. This is the inlet on the water pump. You have this.
Mo, let me work, Mo.
Which is the only hose that comes with thermostat that's clamped on with the exception of this. And then you have your 2 quick disconnect couplings. And then here's your electrical connector there. Basically, you know, this is sized in such a way where you can't put the wrong hose onto the wrong piece. It's almost impossible. But yeah,
Mo.
there are.
Mo, Mo, let me work, Mo.
You can't really see, kind of have to maneuver.
He said, "You work." I said, "Okay."
What I'm going to do is on the new thermostat, bring this hose back on the new thermostat, orient it the same way. Make it a lot easier when it goes back in. All right, next up, all we have is one hose that goes to the water pump. We need to knock that free. That has a hose clamp.
Oh, that's crazy. I should just chucked it. Said, "Fuck it."
3 bolts and 1 pumps out. All right, so we have 3 inputs to all the water pumps to the engine block. There's 1 up top, and we have 2 down below. Basically,
Damn, that hurts.
those bolts, move the water pump out of the way, disconnect the hose in the rear, and then the old water pump will be out. What?
And I get ball at half, going.
That guy. So this is the water pump. Can't really tell anything's wrong with it from the outside, but like I said, it's probably the motor or the control unit inside that failed. But basically, you have your 3 bolts that mount the pump to the block. If you remove these bolts,
With a lighter.
the hose that comes on over here, which transfers coolant to the engine block, it slips off easily. Really just an easier way to deal with it. But pretty much I get everything out. Unfortunately, it's really obscured.
I didn't try this one
But it's kind of the nature of this job. If this was an X-Drive car, it's even more tricky because you have your oil pan is partially in the way and the different subframe. So
you didn't want it.
kind of have to feel your way through.
I'm asking you with a lighter.
It's a lighter right in your face. You asking that though.
Differences between the original pump and the new pump. You'll see that the original pump has the
But you literally
rubber
look
washers
directly at
installed where the
it.
mounts are, whereas
The algae wasn't right here.
just basically solid aluminum. The new pump is going to be using these steel e-torque bolts, while the original water pump was using these aluminum screws. Now, if you had an N52 or N51 engine, you would absolutely need to use these because of the magnesium construction on the block. But for the N54 and the N55 and basically the turbo engines, steel screws are perfectly fine. It's just an aluminum block. So a couple things to keep in mind. There's that difference between what was originally installed versus what you're going to have to install now. Now we're going to go ahead and install the new water pump and the new thermostat. We're going to start with the water pump. Like I said, the key here is going to be getting the transfer hose onto the water pump while it's out of position, putting the clamp on it, and then moving from there. So I take the new water pump and we're just going to push it through the front here, through the void where it sits. Now there are a couple electrical connectors and wiring that kind of runs through this area, so I want to make sure that it's up to the pump, like so. And then I want to go ahead and get
My line sucks.
up onto the pump. So the easiest time to do this. Basically, the pump just sort of split into place. You weren't able to see it. But once you get the pump in the right orientation,
Nah, hit a game like
you
3.
get the opening of the pump. It just sort of slides onto the hose back here. Make sure that you orient the hose clamp in the way in which you can actually get to it.
Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
I'm on that shit.
Award-winning Faulkner Infinity of Willow Grove makes luxury affordable. Now through Labor Day. Enjoy purchase allowances up to $20,000. Lower your payments with limited time 4.99% APR financing on Infinity certified pre-owned models, or upgrade to our top-selling Infinity QX60.
Oh, shit.
Luxury is
Oh, they might have ran it up for me.
Willow Grove, to be sure.
Oh, God. You put this video on up there? You up there watching my YouTube?
So these are M8 bolts. We're going to go to 15 meters of torque.
I was about to say, I respect
the aluminum screws.
it's a chunky baby. I'm not gonna lie. If I ever have a kid, I want a chunky baby. I want my baby to be fat. Like fat as shit.
I always knew I'd be Tom. Brady's teammate. I figured I'd be a slot, corner, and very twitchy. Let's bring him on. Tom Brady, the opener.
Now I'm going. I pressed the wrong button.
You know, I should go down there and show Belichick my back pedal, but, you know, we're different kind of teammates. Let me start with that. That's an interesting thing. So you had your football career? That's not real interesting. So you exhale. You retire. You exhale. And you probably gave yourself about 4 or 5 months. Just kind of just take a deep breath. I saw you slim down. You probably weren't sore for the first time in 20 years. And then you start prepping. You're starting to walk. What have you been doing to prepare for this opening broadcast for a year and a half?
Well, I've reached out to all the different people that I've met over the years in media and sports and got their take on kind of what the job entails and then some of the preparation.
More. The nigga got an X factor. I'm about to eat him up. I'm gonna eat up the
I
flats.
think over the course of my career, in interviews, production meetings, and being on camera, that hopefully it's not too far from what I've already experienced. Knowing that
I'm
there's
about to
going to be
eat
a
the
lot of things that
flats.
are new to this, so I think the most exciting part for me is there's
I'm gonna get a stop. He
years in
can't
my
do
life
nothing on
that
my
I've always
defense.
enjoyed playing football on the weekend. Now I get to work on the weekends here in the fall, and obviously the NFL football season is back, which is we're all excited about that. I'm sure when you're walking into the studio today, it's a different feeling because this new cycle around NFL football is very exciting, and I'm excited to get going. I got the best teammates in the world, KD and Aaron, Tom, and everyone behind the scenes, Truck, D, Bruce, their whole team. The chance to get to know those people more intimately and to really put together something special for the audience is what's exciting to me. So I'm ready for football season. I'm ready to get back out there and watch from a different perspective. And if we're fortunate to be in Cleveland this weekend, it's a great game in Dallas. And it can't get here soon.
So when you look at this, spent all these years of experience, one of the things I asked you to talk about the system, I love the coach, I love the team, I love the what's up with Sean Watson? He can play, he didn't play. Are you seeing anything in this next game? Just on film from last year, if you are saying, I got to see this develop, is there a real interesting element that you can't do?
I think there's a lot of storylines in this particular game. But the interesting part about the NFL is nobody really knows what they're going to do this season. You have folks bringing draft picks, free agents, and you try to put together your team and say, all right, this is the way that we want to play based on where our deficiencies were last year. Cleveland's defense was top of the league last year. They want to continue that. They want to get Deshaun back. They brought in a whole offensive staff to try to get him to play the way that he played when he was in Houston. And they want to go out there and compete not just for a division title, but for more than that. It's a great kind of test for them to go against Dallas, who they want to get over the hump as well. They've got a lot of great players. They've got a lot of great talent. They got to get to, I think Coach McCarthy, the other great leader, Coach McCarthy, that really once they focus, they have
More might be over, more.
And they've got quite a few that this offense got everything together. And I feel like Dallas is handled it very well. I want to see him play.
More might be over, more. Oh, he giving me a chance.
But it's not always like that there.
How much I'm down by?
But 65 degrees, and it's not perfect football weather.
Okay, Trent Williams back, and we've said this before, I feel that Trent Williams was more valuable. And I like what you playing McCaffrey's legs and Trent Williams and both. That's the soul of the team. What is the difference? You have Trent Williams. You're getting there. I think his signing is gigantic for the Niners. You tell me how much it's
yeah. I would be driving into work every day if I was a quarterback. I'd be making sure Trent was with me every single place I went. There's no better protector in the NFL than Trent over the years. And I think the way they use him, obviously
Fuck, I wanted to get a playoff.
But having Trent in there is taking him out of a different offense because of his athleticism, his combination of size, of quick pace and power. He gets out there on the field. He's a matchup advantage for the Niners every time. He takes a snap out of it. So when they have him out there, they all feel confident. A lot of those players go to the left side of the line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Protection, he's going to hold up as well as anybody does really matter who he goes against.
Huh?
Tremendous player. And Niners,
I can't hear you.
I was a little worried. So
Okay.
Did a practice game against the Saints up in Santa Clara a couple weeks ago. And everyone's a bit concerned, but I think now a lot of those conservative teams with both those guys are back in the building and ready to take their pads on, go out the practice, and ready to play.
Okay, Chiefs Ravens Thursday. Kansas City's in this game, and they keep winning. I love Lamar. I love Baltimore. I love the coach. I love Florida. I think it's the best run franchise arguably last decade in the league. I think Baltimore has everything well except win. Get into it. You tell me, if you start wearing on you, what football is it? Start if the pressure on Kansas City to defend on the field, both balls are going to first.
What happened?
I think that when you have great teams, I think of those Baltimore teams when they have Ray Lewis and Edwards, it's the two primary leaders. Even though they lost in a championship game, I actually saw this the other day, it flipped with Ray Lewis in the locker room. They had lost to us, I think in 2011 in the championship game. And how Ray talked about that team and how we wanted to get them back on track going into next year. That's always what it's about. When you lose in the playoffs, you want to think about, all right, how are we going to get over the hump next year? What do we need to do? Where are the deficiencies? Where can we get a little better? Where is our margin of error? Is it take care of the football? Is it third down? Is it scoring points for weather? Is it production from a unit that we haven't got a lot of production from? Tight ends we think, running backs we think. How can we improve our team a little bit so we can get in these big games?
Well, I'll be scared I'm going to be the game of the week. So say everybody watching my game and I'm getting smacked. I'm going to be sick. I got to win the game of the week.
That challenge of them doing it is going to be as hard a challenge as any team the NFL's ever had. That's why it's never happened to win really well. But the Chiefs are poised, like they always are, to go in there. I don't think they believe they're right. They're very well coached, great quarterbacks, great leaders. The defense played really well last year. So those guys are prepared.
That's a fucking dart.
And that's why you read the season off the way they have it. Ravens teams, I'm excited to get underway too.
I'll say the last time I was just excited to watch the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders, and that's the great gift the NFL gives us, is that we watch college players for 3 and 4 and 5 years.
Going to run right past him.
I can't wait to watch Jason. One thing that you'll see the one thing that Tom Brady will see that I can't, that you'll be like. What is the given quarterback to the team? Edwards, what do you see that I can't, that you would know it's going to work?
Well, I think there's lots of ways you can look at a quarterback play, and I think it's very easy to evaluate the physical aspect of the game, how well he throws the ball, how fast his feet are, drops back in the pocket, he escapes the pocket, makes some plays on the line. For me, I think the sustainable part about quarterbacking is really what's up here. It's what's in the brain. Are you snapping the ball and running good plays consistently against the defenses that you're out there watching for these defenses? So much of it to me is the coach giving the quarterback, because he's going to see it every day in practice, the coach and the players. Are they giving the quarterback the freedom to make the plays and the decisions that he needs to make to get the team to win? Because a lot of these guys can throw the ball. A lot of them can move in the pocket. Now, watching Caleb do it, exceptional at it. But to me, it's a deeper level than that. When you're looking at starting quarterbacks in the NFL, everybody should be able to throw the ball well. Everybody should be able to drop back and make accurate throws. What can you do when you're in front of, on the road, in front of 7,000 people, and every single player in offense front is looking at you in your eyes going, does this guy have the confidence in himself to bring us back when we're losing in the fourth quarter? And I think that's the mark of what I see in quarterbacks. When I watch them, I want to say, okay, does this guy have the maturity, does he get the poise, does he get the composure to be at his best when his team needs it the most?
Let it play.
So, I mean, I've gone on record to say that I think it's best, in my opinion, for young quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks to kind of watch a veteran do it. There's so much that goes on, and quarterbacks need to process so much information so quickly. And I think it's in the past, when I sat behind Steve Bledsoe my first year, what a great player he was, someone that I got to watch and learn from. Aaron Rodgers watched behind Jeff Favre, Patrick Mahomes watched behind Alex Smith. So when you have a real pro in front of you, they can help with that learning curve, even though that young quarterback isn't necessarily going out there and being the confidence in what his abilities are. So, ultimately, those young players are going to get opportunities. The franchises need those young quarterbacks to come in and take a big step and lead that franchise on into the future. I just like to give them a little bit of time to acclimate themselves to the pro game, the pro schedule. It's a big difference between college football and professional football.
We got about 90 seconds left. Week 1 is different than other places in preseason. Veterans come in for the Jets and the Niners, some of these older teams. They're not playing anybody. So there could be upsets galore. If you had a lead in Dallas, Cleveland, so many good veteran players in there. We'll still go back to about 90 seconds. What do you think the game looks like on those rounds? What does it look like to start?
I think it's a defensive game. I think you get two great defenses. Coach Zimmer is a huge addition to that Dallas. They've got a lot of the same players coming back on Dallas' defense. Cleveland does as well. And both offenses, they're not quite the running games they've had in the past due to some injuries. So they've had some offensive line shuffling going on both teams. So I think it could be a little bit more of a passing game. And I don't know if those passing games are quite as one yet with the way the teams and that could have a lot of looks at that. But again, some of these passing games, they take a little time to develop. So I think it's going to be a very good defensive game. Great coordinators, a couple of the best defensive line pass rushers in the NFL going. So I don't think it's a 0-3 type of game, but I don't think it's a high-flying score all over the place.
Last week in week 1, I'm almost amazed college just plays so well. It's one to come through the season. The NFL game in week 1, there could be a huge upset. Everyone's going to LA, so you know what you're getting.
I think pro football's a lot more fair than college football. You see college football games, and you got a directional Tennessee school loses to Alabama. There's not much chance that it's tough for those teams to make a compete against the big dogs. So in the NFL, look, this is as fair as it gets, which is why everyone loves the sport and salary cap. It's so many things that all these teams have the ability to recompromise their roster to deal with them in the best possible way. That is the great balance.
Great seeing you. Good luck. Subscribe here to get the latest.
Shit.